Lord Nias, are we almost there?
Yes. There is just one last thing to do. No one knows when the black tide first appeared beyond the distant horizon. But when it slowly encroached upon Amphoreus' borders, Nikador was the first Titan to venture forth. During the battle against the black tide, their sanity began to slip away. In their pride, the Titan could obliterate an entire archipelago with a single slash. Yet they could not sever the root of this corruption. They battled the black tide by sheer will alone, but ultimately succumbed to it. Before their divinity could be completely corrupted, they removed a part of it.
Could it be?
The fragment of divinity that they stripped away. The fragment they wanted to preserve the most was reason. The Titan believed that their reason would someday respond to their calling, to return to their body, and fulfill their sacred mission. They represent countless failed endeavors. With your help, I can finally put an end to everything.
Lord Nias, what do you intend to do?
Courage, honor, tenacity, and sacrifice. They are all versions of me. Hearing the murmurs of these soul fragments has led me to a conclusion. Nikador's soul is corrupted beyond the point of salvation. There is only one way to do so. The seal that binds their divinity is already broken. As long as we complete the soul forging here, Nikador will be whole once more. You will go into battle with a Titan nearly at the zenith of their powers. And when that happens, the glory of slaying a god will also be presented before you.
What about you, Lord Nias?
I will return to where I came from, and become a part of Nikador's divinity once more. In all likelihood, I will also be consumed by corruption. An inevitable course of action if we hope to end this madness.
You are willing to sacrifice yourself for a future you won't get to witness.
This is my purpose. My origin. I am no mortal, and I do not fear death. Even so, will you still weep for me?
All farewells in this world are sorrowful, Lord Nias.
Well, we haven't known each other for long. I have learned much from you. In return, I'll teach you a lesson of mine before I go. Do not detest your talent, and do not abhor death. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust.
The embodiment of strife telling me about the majesty of the world. What an irony.
Civilizations only grow under strife. Humans instinctively loathe suffering. Yet suffering is the only thing that teaches them to stand unyielding and tall. She knows what it truly means to go to battle. Perhaps she can be your inspiration. If you die by my lance, then there's no need to reflect on what I said. But if you should send me to my grave, promise me that you will use my core flame to fuel a roaring blaze and continue the fight against the Black Tide.
On behalf of all the Chrysos heirs, I promise you.
I am Nikador, the Lance of Fury, the messenger of turmoil, and the embodiment of strife! Remember this! I am the scar that this world needs!
You hear that? What? They've returned!
Best me! Grant me an end! Symphony warrior! Corpus Enos!
So, this is Nikador's true form. It's incredible.
Well done on them. I was prepared to fight till the end of time.
Detected. And move! Target sighted. All units on alert. In the mood for another beating?
Unite our goals.
Dreams do come true. The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Nice like a good brew. Full-bodied and sweet. My friends? Indulge yourselves! Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame! Cloud scatter.
Let's improvise.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live! Dreams of a past life, let us dance once more.
The mood is set just. Let the show begin!
Time to mix things up. Nice like a good brew. Full-bodied and sweet. My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Dream vanished.
Step up, let's see ya. It ain't over.
Firefly Type 4 intersects the seas of flame!
Dreams do come true.
Join the battle. Attack! In the mood for another beating?
Like fireflies to a flame until everything burns to ashes!
Seize this fine moment. Let's improvise.
Set to the seas of flame!
Overcome the curse of immortality. Destruction shall be your reward.
Unite our goals.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
Dreams of a past life are... Let us dance once more.
I promise you, Lord Nihus, your nightmare will be over soon.
In the mood for another beating?
No holding back. Cloud scatter.
Nice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Let's improvise. The mood is set just. Let the show begin.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
Dream vanished.
Attack detected!
Brace yourselves. This strike can obliterate worlds.
Again.
So, this is Nigador's true form.
Well done on them. Let's prepare to fight till the end of time.
Creations! Enemy data secure. Network activated. Time for a good old counterattack. This combat needs... This is double speed. Yin and yang. Do we still have the upper hand?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Converge and awaken.
Free will, or was it fate?
Commencing support. More enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Time for a bug. I see through you. This combat needs up. This is double speed.
That's half the work. Destined for oblivion.
Yin and yang.
Again.
Ready for another? Time for a bug. A quick divination.
Still Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Since you've overcome the curse of immortality, destruction shall be your reward.
Yin and yang. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. This combat need. This is double speed. Converge and awaken.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another? I see through you. Together as one. All things in this world. Human creations. We have the upper hand.
Free will, or was it fate?
A quick divination. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I promise you, Lord Nias, your nightmare will be over soon.
Still waters of oblivion.
Can I have fun this time?
Bring an end to strife, once and for all!
Converge and awaken. Commencing support. Ready for another? All things in this world. Human creations. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Brace yourselves. This strike can obliterate worlds.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Victory is at hand! Time for the final blow!
No longer must one wield a sword. From here on, the world shall no longer know strife.
It's finally over. Nikador's core flame.
Time passes quickly. It's been a long time since the last Titan fell. Now that the Lance of Fury is no more, we Chrysos heirs are one step closer to the Genesis, as foretold in the prophecy.
The silence here is stifling. The city feels so unfamiliar now that its Titan is gone.
You've exchanged thousands of blows with them. Your ears are probably just not used to this peace and quiet.
What's next?
I have an agreement with the Titan. The Chrysos heirs will take away their core flame and use it to start a bright blaze that'll illuminate our path onward.
You spoke with Nikedor.
What did they say? Please. I need to know.
Not now, Lord Mighty. I'll tell you everything once we return to Akama.
Aglaya mentioned that someone must touch the core flame and absorb it to become its temporary receptacle. Mighty, do you...
This honor is yours. Isn't it something you've been longing for?
But you're more deserving of it. You sustained all these new wounds from fighting them.
If you have any idea how exhausting it is to fight a protracted battle, you should know that pointless arguments are the last thing I want to get into now.
A little back and forth wouldn't hurt much. Coming to a decision so easily makes it seem like this is not at all a life-changing undertaking, you know? Come with me then, Core Flame. The vortex of Genesis is awaiting your return. I don't think I felt anything at all. Or rather, it felt a lot easier than I expected. I had assumed that bearing the core flame would take a lot more out of me. In any case, let's return to Akama and share news of our victory with the two demigods.
Although he was but a part of Nikedor, he was nevertheless a hero in his own right. Go with the rest, miss. I will catch up with you later. I would like to talk to Lord Nias again. One last time. Lord Nias. Lord Nikedor. Can you hear me? I know that your only wish right now is to rest in peace. But you are the only one with answers to my deepest doubts. So, forgive me for disturbing you. Please tell me, do you know where Thanatos is? I must find them. The half of me that I've been deprived of since birth. I must take it back from them. I see. So even the Strife Titan has never seen death in the flesh. I will continue this arduous journey, even if I must travel to every corner of Amphoreus. I understand. The Chrysos heirs will fulfill the promise we made and see your unfinished work to its end. Such a peaceful end is not befitting of you, the bringer of strife into this world. But it's a good thing it's just me here. No one else can see what you look like in the final moments of your life. Poets will still describe you as an embodiment of madness and corruption, the god of war who incinerated all of their glory. Yet, at this moment, I am willing to send you into the gentle embrace of death, to a sweet land full of blossoming flowers. Farewell, Titan.
Aggie! They're back!
We completed the mission, Treeby. No broken limbs or severe injuries. Just a fiery core flame in the palm of my hand.
I can feel the core flame's warmth. Well done, Finan. It has been far too long since Amphoreus last saw the birth of a demigod. Having you take Nikador's place will surely invigorate the spirits of those in the holy city.
I want to be honest about this. I believe Mighty is the better candidate. He was once the Crown Prince of Kremnos, after all, and much of his lifetime was spent fighting alongside Nikador. He is more worthy of the title of Strife than I am.
You have thought much about this, sweet child. But there is one thing you overlooked. The qualities you've mentioned are very likely the reasons Deimos refused this core flame. I do not doubt his strength and talents. In fact, he must have imagined himself becoming a god 1,000 times over. But he turned it down because he does not want to lead his people down the same path again. So I will ask you once more. Have you made up your mind, Finan of Ides Elysiae?
I am ready for this. I will shoulder the burden of divinity alongside the both of you. I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices.
Very good.
This day has finally come, Snowy. You've been wanting this all along, right?
If the prophecy hadn't found me back then, I would still be roaming the world aimlessly. Right now, though, I live for the sole purpose of dedicating myself to the mission of the Chrysos heirs.
I never once doubted your resolve. This time tomorrow, the Chrysos heirs will gather at the Vortex of Genesis to surrender the core flame that once belonged to Nikador, the Lance of Fury. Remember, this is unlike the unchanging rites our priests perform. No one knows the true cost a mortal must pay to accept Strife's divine authority. Your road ahead is still full of uncertainty. Use this time to properly rest, Finan.
I understand. Until tomorrow, then. They have Aglaya and Treeby to thank for that. It is because of their protection that the citizens are able to enjoy peace. Where did Mighty go? Our victory might not have been possible without your help. I'm sure you've heard enough words of gratitude, but it's only right that I... Right! It would be the first time I thanked you, so... Thank you for your help, Miss Mem? Aglaya will gather us at the Vortex of Genesis this time tomorrow, where we'll perform a ritual to surrender the core flame. she only mentioned the Chrysos heirs, but if I invite you two, I'm sure she'll welcome your presence. From what Aglaia said, no one can predict what's going to happen, because each Titan's divine authority is unique. That's why I hope both of you can be there tomorrow. It'll bolster my confidence. That's settled then. The night's all yours, but get some rest before tomorrow's ritual. I should also take this time to sort out my thoughts. I'll see you soon, my friend.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
There's no glory to be found in an accolade, only obtainable through slaughter.
He managed to survive all of that?
Even the god of death turned him away.
Arrogant amateur historian. This is pomegranate juice.
You should take this opportunity to rest, Lord Finon. The core flame ritual is tomorrow.
Today, tomorrow, what difference does it make? It's always morning in Akima under Kethely's protection. So long as the light continues to shine this brightly, I won't be getting any sleep. Why force myself to shut my eyes when I can instead take this time to calm my mind and gather my thoughts? That counts as rest too.
Have you thought things through, then?
Not at all. Everything's a jumbled mess still. I don't even know where to start. The core flame was blazing hot in my palm in the beginning. But it has completely cooled off now. I can barely feel it. Miss Castoris, does this mean I'm a good match for Nikedor?
I don't quite get how it works. But if it's going to put you at ease, then I will say yes to that.
Thank you. That's the abyss in the distance. Oh, that reminds me of the question I didn't get to ask. Back in the temple with the scales of justice, when Orynyx was trying to deter us, why did you stop me, Miss Castorus?
Because I knew there must be another solution. Something more important than the fate of Amphoreus. It is far too cruel and unfair to ask that of you.
You should know that I would have gone ahead if Dan Heng hadn't come up with an answer in time.
I know. We should not have hesitated then. I stopped you before I even realized it myself. It's fortunate we had the both of them there with us.
Yeah. It's a good thing we had them.
Are you still thinking about the past, Lord Finon?
Every waking moment. I lied to the two demigods just now. I told them the duty of the Chrysos heirs is all I think about now. Do you think I managed to slip by Aglaïa's golden threads this time?
No one fools her, Lord Finon. She merely chooses to turn a blind eye to our lies.
You're right. How foolish of me to think I got away with it. I often wonder if someone as ordinary as me can really become a hero. I thought defeating Nikedor would quell the voice of doubt in my mind. But it has only grown louder.
I don't have the right words for you now, but I know you're far from ordinary, Lord Finon. Mighty often calls you Deliverer in jest, but I don't believe he means it mockingly.
I should probably shut out these pointless thoughts and empty my mind until the hour of the ritual. I did that before sitting for Treeby's history exam. Who in the world could hope to go over those piles of documents and slates? I decided I was better off resigning myself to fate. That way I'd get more time to play and practice with my sword.
How did you do on the exam, then?
My score? I don't remember anymore. All I remember is Treeby punishing me to a full week of cleaning the Chrysos heir's bath, and no one was allowed to help me.
So High Priest Treeby can be strict too. Please continue with this mentality, Lord Finon. I believe you'll be all right.
Thank you, Miss Castorus. I think I'll stay here for a little while and keep all of those unruly thoughts out. It's not like anything will come of them anyway. The sights of Ides Elysiae, my homeland, have been flashing before my eyes lately. Those Kremnoans mastered some cutting-edge technology. If only I could separate my soul from my body too. That way I'd be able to fly my soul back to the comforting fields of my homeland anytime. That's the only place I can be momentarily at peace.
An utterly adventure. Feel free to replace blank with whatever description you see fit. Oh, I bet you're as curious as I am. So, what's going to happen next? Oh, keep it together. All that excitement isn't going to get you anywhere, you know? Why don't you follow me into another tale on the other side of the cosmos? Ta-da! Recognize this place? Heard a space station. The base of a genius and the cradle of science. Look at all these puppets! Aren't they dearly exquisite? Let's just say I've already heard many others secretly gushing. She looks so pretty on more than one occasion. If you ask me though, they barely did justice to Madame Herda's beauty. Maybe just 10%. No, not even 1% of the real deal. Now, I'm no fawner here, just stating an objective fact. Remember this scene? Oh, it evokes so much emotion in me. The esteemed Madame Herda, Genius Society number 83, asking the great Noose a question. An attempt to gain a peek into the divinity's mysteries through them. Alright, so continuing from where we left off last time, this is where everything would begin for the genius smart enough to rewrite the history of the entire
Fourth mirror? Who exactly are you talking to?
Why, I was just ramping it up for our grand appearance, Madame Herda.
So a dramatic debut? But what are the odds of that happening? Sure, slightly plausible, if I did manage to talk to Droid Head. But guess what's the problem? They have no reaction whatsoever.
But look at this, Madame Herda. You're standing before Noose here.
Oh, that? That's a hologram. What? I can't possibly summon the real Droid Head here, can I?
Wait, what? You mean to say you've just been reciting your lines before a hologram?
Yeah, creating dramatic value. Isn't that what you're most obsessed with? Moving on. Don't try, but you wouldn't even begin to imagine how difficult it is to send a message to Noose. And I went all out for it. Powering the audience system alone required me to reconfigure the energy supply of the entire space station. I had to switch it to hibernate mode before rebooting everything. Do you have any idea how much that costs?
How much? How much?
I'm not in charge of finance. Go pose that to Asta instead.
Oh, you don't know either. Oh.
I am Herda herself, the emanator of erudition, and a true blue genius. Why would I be holding the purse strings? That menial task is beneath me.
You're absolutely right, Madame Herda. The IPC should really be providing a genius like you with all that you require, so you can freely dive into any research that tickles your fancy. With that said, Herda herself, emanator of erudition and true blue genius. What do you plan to do now?
What else can I do? Identify what's malfunctioning within the audience system and fix it, of course.
Don't take offense to my candid words, Madame Herda. You may be proficient in many aspects, but is hands-on work really one of your strong suits? I humbly suggest for you to contact Steven instead.
Contact him and expose how I shelled out a bomb to send a message to Droid Head, only to screw up everything else?
All right. I get it.
Good that you do. There. That's the audience systems terminal. Come, walk with me. We'll check what's wrong with it.
Aye, ma'am. Oh, but I can't walk. I can only float.
What's with your witty remarks today? Noise.